My name is Tasha Moore Elamine, and I am the founder of We Unite LLC. The slogan of We Unite LLC is "It Takes a Village." The mindset behind me developing that slogan is the well-known colloquialism that is used in African American culture of it takes a village of people to come together to raise a child, to be able to unite together to reach success in life. In addition to the slogan, it is about creating a mosaic. Now, a mosaic, what we know, is pieces put together to be able to create a beautiful masterpiece. And so as I thought about putting a business together, I thought about all the different aspects of my journey and how I had to unite with my support system and how I had to focus more on the experiences of my journey and not looking at my broken pieces as something negative, but looking at my broken pieces as a part of my experiential journey throughout life to get to the places that I am. Not only did it take a village for me to be able to reach my own successes coming from an inner city youth growing up in the city of Richmond and having to navigate life, but then also knowing that I had such a passion for working with youth in the community, I knew that I needed a village surrounding me to be able to help me to develop my own skill sets and tools to be able to be as successful as I wanted to and being able to help those youth. My first few years of work was in the school system where I really got an understanding of how the educational system works. And so from there, I worked with a grant where I was doing some early education. I went from there to the phenomenal world of foster care where I worked with a private agency and helping to place kids in homes. And then I became a social worker. In the midst of that, I knew that I needed some more guidance. So that's when I started to volunteer more so that I can get connected with kids outside of the school system. And so I connected with a beautiful woman, Carol Adams, who works for the Richmond Police Department, but is also the founder of the Carol Adams Foundation, which is a domestic violence organization.
We were planning for a fashion show called Walk a Mile in My Shoes, and that's how I empower women, not just those that are impacted by domestic violence, but those who can take steps for other women. And Tasha came to one of the practices and it's been on ever since. So she fell in love with the project and, started to model and started to help produce shows over the years and to work with other young women. And she also became a board member of the Carol Adams Foundation.
Outside of working with Carol Adams, I also worked with the beautiful young ladies and teen moms in Young Lives. Young Lives is a teen mom ministry where youth come together, mothers specifically, who are either currently pregnant and expecting or have already had a child.
She has been with us more than a year now, and she is one of our mentors who is loving on a young lady named Jahara, and she's just relentless for what she does as far as loving these girls and pursuing them. And so it's just been a joy to have her as a part of our Young Lives team.
Every time I'm with her, it's like I feel like I get a load off my chest, if that makes sense. I don't know why, I just feel like I can talk to her and I feel like I don't have to be scared or like nervous to say anything. Like when I leave from her side, I just feel better.
With We Unite, my intention was to come together as a community and be able to bring different people to the table. So for instance, when you visit my website, you will see different blogs which consist of narratives about different things that I have experienced throughout my journey of womanhood, motherhood, being a wife, being a human services worker, and all the things that come with being a part of a larger community. Also, when you go on the site, you will see posts of videos that I plan to formulate into a podcast, which will be different individual testimonials from people in the community that talks about different aspects of their own personal journeys, going from being in domestic violence situations, going from being involved in different mental health aspects of life, being a woman going through trials of having abortions or losing your child, divorce, all the personal elements of life that I feel like when you are experiencing that and going through that journey, where you really rely on that community and your network of people to be able to help support you. Also, one of the major projects that will be on the website is some information about my book, No Crying Aloud, which is a boy's journey through hidden emotions. Now, that is an extremely sensitive project for me that is still up and coming, but it features Devin, which is a main character, an African-American boy in inner city youth, and it talks about his trauma, which is another part of life where you need a surrounding community of people to help you with.
The way that she shares and shows who she is, whether it's on the podcast or the book, I think it's going to be inspirational to everybody because she just puts her all into it. And so I'm just happy that she's able to share and give other people like a look in on how to go and pursue people in the manner that she does.
She has not just created her work around her education, but this work is around her life. And when you have life experiences, you get people's attention and they understand, and they will trust more often. So all of this, what she's doing with her work, with her book, and with this podcast, and bringing people to a place where they can be open, they can be honest, and they can be real. And so that's what I see this whole project coming together, and she has all the pieces, and now this is going to bring it full circle.
It's not just her about being my mentor, being close to me. I feel like if I didn't even know her, I can just see the person she is. There's not many people that will tell you about their life story or just get deep with you. At that moment, she can tell you about something and open your eyes right then and there.
I am not this grand, large person where I haven't had broken and shattered pieces that stopped me from being able to form this business. I used it to my advantage, and that's the big message that I want to put out here in regards to We Unite. It takes a village. Your broken pieces matter. Your evolution, your journey is important to who you are, and no matter the things that happen in between there, you can find success, and generations to come can be successful in your own healing, in your own process.